Welcome back. We're into the top 5 now. Barack Obama and John McCain spent a total of nearly $300 million to put out advertisements, many of which did their dirty work for them. At number 5 on our countdown, ad wars.
This presidential election campaign shattered spending records for political advertising. The old record of $188 million was set by George W. Bush in 2004. It was broken by Barack Obama, whose ad spend exceeded $200 million. John McCain lacked the fundraising muscle of Obama. He spent around $100 million for his ad campaign. However, the ad war during this electoral race was not just about money. It was about going negative.
Barack Obama and domestic terrorist Bill Ayers, friends.
Negative ads are remembered by voters more than positive ads. I think that even though the campaigns say they're going to be honest and claim to be honest, they aren't, simply because it works.
It's 3 a.m. and your children are safe and asleep. But there's a phone in the White House and it's ringing. Something's happening in the world. Who do you want answering the phone?
A lot of these political ads this campaign season have really made news. One of the best examples of that is Hillary Clinton's 3 a.m. phone call ad.
It's the red phone ad, you may have seen it.
Which was played on every news channel and so broadcast for free in that sense.
A spectacularly misleading and, dare I say, spectacularly nasty campaign ad.
In an ad-saturated campaign such as this one, fact-check websites like politifact.com and factcheck.org became key players.
We've been out there, of course, doing some fact-checking.
When discovered, he lied.
We find the claim that Obama lied to be baseless.
And I think, you know, newspapers and television stations have also been pretty good this year about doing their own fact-checking.
That's what the fact-checkers say. But who checks their facts for accuracy? Can they be trusted?
Campaign 08 was comedy gold. Political satire is number 4 on our list of campaign media moments.
News channels were not the only ones riding U.S. politics to high ratings during this campaign.
An Alaskan hockey mom is a heartbeat away from the presidency. When McCain says country first, this country? Is that what he's talking about?
Viewing figures for Saturday Night Live, the long-running NBC comedy show, spiked by 47% during the final stages of the election race. Shows like David Letterman's Late Show on CBS,
John McCain,
and Jon Stewart's Daily Show on Comedy Central,
Senator Barack Obama,
drew their biggest audiences when the presidential candidates came on.
Politics are fundamentally funny just because they're fundamentally so chaotic, and so you know, just by virtue of running a presidential campaign, you're giving all sorts of material to shows that make fun of American politics.
You went to the UN for the first time. How was that experience?
I have to say, I was disheartened by how many of them were foreigners.
As the campaign grew nastier, the wit on the satirical shows grew sharper, and non-journalists like comedy and talk show hosts were sometimes tougher on the candidates than real journalists were.
There are ads running from your campaign. We know that those ads are untrue. They're lies.
Well, The View can easily do a show without John McCain or any other politician ever coming on. They don't have to give soft coverage for access. They can actually tell people the truth, the reality. They can do some real news reporting.
And just as they mocked the candidates, the comedians and talk show hosts sent up the mainstream media when they failed to provide real news reporting.
Obviously, Fox News is a more sophisticated analysis network and understands why Governor Palin would be ready from day one.
She does know about international relations because she is right up there in Alaska, right next door to Russia.
Clearly, it's not just the comedy shows that are good for the occasional laugh.
This election has seen the left-wing blogosphere emerge. With their ubiquitous presence and their eye for detail, American bloggers swarm the internet, and it's their work that makes it to number 3 on our countdown.
New media came into their own during this election. They provided up-to-the-minute observations from the campaign trail.
We are in Minnesota for the Republican National Convention.
And muscled their way onto the mainstream media.
This is what Media Matters does. They frame questions.
This is what we do. We look at what you wrote.
The new media fight back was on display when author Jerome Corsi's anti-Obama book, Obamanation, was published.
Jerome Corsi's book is at your bookstores. It's called Obamanation.
The book was a thinly disguised hit job on Barack Obama, and the left-wing blogosphere ripped into the book's factual inaccuracies not only on their websites, but also on the mainstream media.
Well, you can put slime in the covers of a book, and it's still slime.
It wasn't all one-way ideological traffic. In April this year, the Huffington Post website posted an article and a sound clip of Barack Obama speaking at a closed-door fundraiser.
The jobs have been gone now for 25 years, and nothing's replaced it. So it's not surprising then that they get better.
Obama's statement was picked up by the blogosphere, and the mainstream media then latched onto the story.
That went on the Huffington Post. And then Hillary Clinton's campaign seized on it and just ran with it. And she immediately started talking about this comment.
Senator Obama's remarks are elitist and they're out of touch.
And then obviously the media has been covering it as well.
Is Obama an elitist?
Is he an elitist?
A Yankee elitist.
Inaccuracies in the mainstream media's reporting were also targeted by bloggers who got under the skin of media miscreants.
Media Matters, Huffington Post, Daily Kos. I mean, these are fascists.
They kept the mainstream news media honest. 2008 will be remembered as the political campaign in which the blogosphere came of age, found its voice, and made its mark.
Number 2 on our list, we have the media circus surrounding Sarah Palin.
She's exactly who I need. She's exactly who this country needs.
Initially, Sarah Palin was exactly what the McCain campaign needed to draw media attention away from Barack Obama.
Senator John McCain has picked Alaska Governor Sarah Palin.
But Palin was to have a short media honeymoon, partly because of how inaccessible she was to journalists.
She was here in New York City today meeting with world leaders at the UN. And what did the McCain campaign do? They tried to ban reporters from covering those meetings.
The media's outrage at Palin's distance from them pushed the McCain campaign into scheduling a few interviews, and they would send Palin's political stock into a freefall.
Do you agree with the Bush doctrine?
In what respect, Charlie?
When the interviews garnered poor reviews,
that is one of the most pathetic pieces of tape I have ever seen for someone aspiring to one of the highest offices in this country.
It soon became clear that John McCain's strategy of choosing a running mate for her story as opposed to her experience was backfiring. The campaign's reaction? Blame the media messenger.
Any kind of investigation into her actual qualifications, positive or negative, is sexist.
Then came the clothes.
This will be huge news that they spent $150,000 on her wardrobe.
News of the Republican Party's huge expenditure on designer clothes for the candidate brought on more criticism from the media.
The problem for the campaign is that it undercuts the authenticity of their message that Sarah Palin is just a typical American hockey mom. Typical American hockey moms don't shop at high-end department stores and drop thousands of dollars on clothes.
Although Palin did have some defenders in the media,
She's doing exactly what Barack Obama told her, spreading the wealth around.
the media narrative had taken a permanent turn, and the bloom was off McCain's rose.
Okay, here's the big one. Topping our list of media moments are the vice presidential and presidential debates, writ large across the television screens of America.
I welcome you to the first of the 2008 presidential debates.
The debates were a case of the end product falling well short of the media hype.
We're not serving the people by holding debates that are controlled.
Each candidate will have 90 seconds to respond.
If we're going to just allow the candidates to speak from a script.
The ultimate example of that came when Sarah Palin politely listened to the moderator's questions.
Would you like to have an opportunity to answer that before?
Then ignored them.
I may not answer the questions the way that either the moderator or you want to hear, but
and talked about what she wanted to talk about.
But I'm going to talk straight to the American people and let them know my track record also.
The debates are governed by the Commission on Presidential Debates, which calls itself a nonpartisan body. That is not quite true. It is a bipartisan body which designs the debate format to protect its candidates.
Like the campaigns themselves, the debates are primarily media events staged by the two parties who own the debate commission. So we really don't have any spectrum to these debates.
So why do the news media cover the debates to the extent they do? The answer lies, as it usually does in the world of television, in the ratings. This year, the 3 presidential debates averaged around 60 million American viewers each, with almost 70 million tuning in for the vice presidential debate. The media are constantly complaining about the debate formats and the candidates ignoring the moderator's questions.
And she completely ignored it.
More than ignored it.
More than ignored it.
She blew me off, I think is the technical term.
What they never complain about are the ratings and the revenues.
And there you have it, our top 10 media moments of the 2008 presidential campaign. Over the weeks and months ahead, the Listening Post will be tracking how the new president and the media get along, or not. In the meantime, we're going to leave you, as usual, with our internet video of the week. It's a song by a pair who call themselves Vlad and Boris. They say they're Sarah Palin's Russian neighbors. We'll see you next time here at the Listening Post.
What are you doing right now? Let's see. Are you and Todd okay? You say you can see me and my country from your state. Well, I'm looking at you every day, Mrs. Palin. I want to fly into your airspace, Mrs. Palin. Why won't you reply to my emails? I made a telescope for you. I made a telescope for you.